Oh, damn. Okay, Jay, this is your toothpick. This is the other toothpick made by Epic Racing. I don't know who they are, but they know how to make a frame. This is kind of like an updated version of the toothpick. Here's the original toothpick. You can see the carbon is different. It has the exact same holes for the motors. It has 3 holes across the top and then 2 slots on the bottom. So it'll fit any 1103 or 1102 with 9x9 pattern, as well as the AMAX Eno 1103s. It's 2 millimeters thick. Everything else same. It has a whoop style flight controller mounting as well as 16x16. You might have noticed the battery holder I got on here. That's something new I was trying out. It's pretty awesome so far. The file is on Thingiverse, and you can mount it with the holes through the whoop flight controller. You can see I actually use both ways. I use zip ties and the holes. If you use an M2 screw, it's going to go right through the hole, but if you put a washer on like I did, it'll hold it there. So the zip ties aren't even necessary, but I just added them for extra security, you know, so there's no way that this battery mount is coming off ever until you want it to. But yeah, this is like a self-adjusting one. It's pretty cool. It fits the Race Day Quads 452S just perfect. I mean, it slides on there easily, but then when you stop sliding, it kind of sticks to it, so it's in there really tight. It's not going to come out. And you can fit smaller. You can fit a 300, 350. And I don't know what batteries there is that's bigger than a 452S that's in the 2S category, but I know there's smaller 3S, and those will probably fit in here too, like a 300 3S or 350 3S. So really cool battery holder. It's so much better than using rubber bands, without a doubt. So if I can remember, I'll leave the link to that, but it's not hard to find. You can just go on Thingiverse and type in toothpick quad or something and find it that way. So I used all the same parts as on mine. We got the GE PRC 12 amp flight controller. You got the Runcam Nano 2, Unify Pro 32 Nano, XM Plus, and the SPC Maker 1103 8500 kV motors. And you also got a buzzer, and then you got your XT30 with the cap on there. And then these props, man, I've tried out a bunch of different props, and these new whiskey gym fans are awesome. I was kind of leery about using them because of the other ones that they had released recently that just suck balls. So I've used a bunch of different types. I got the whiskey props in here, as well as these ones are actually really good too. I forgot who makes these, but you can get them at Heli Nation, and it was like $5.99 for, I think you get like 5 sets or something like that. Those are really good props though. I'll try to leave a link for those too. And then I've tried the King Kong props, which aren't bad. And then these are the other gym fans that came out recently, and these ones I'm not a fan of at all. And these ones, the Pyro Drone ones, they're decent. I'm not sure who makes these. They just say Pyro on them. I know it says on the website. I can't remember though, but yeah, those aren't bad. They're not the best that I've used, but they're definitely not bad. So from what I've used so far, and then I'll also include the Rotor X 2535s because those are awesome. But the problem with those is, even though you can separate them into two blade, they're made to be a 4 blade, because when you lock them together, that center hub makes them just really tough. But if you try to just use the top piece as a 2 blade, it's not going to work. Even though it'll fit on there and it'll fly, it like pushes down on the top of the hub, and it's not like a real hub. It's only a little 1 millimeter thick hub. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So you have to use just the bottom. So you got to buy a shitload of props just to get a little bit of props. Those ones are awesome though. Those Rotor X 2535s are the shit for sure. I already have it bound up to my radio. The bind button, is right here. So if you're looking at it from the back, it's on the right side, on this side, and you'll be able to see it just fine in person. I'm touching it right now. It clicks very easily because I use that soft heat shrink. Okay, it's already bound up to my radio, so let's turn that on. We'll check the video. Alright, so there's your video. Looks great. Okay. Let's do a hover. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh shit. It just wants to go. Let's do a flip. Yeah. Oh shit. Ah. Ah. Hey, I landed that. Why did I stop? Oh shit! Alright, that's good enough. These things are a blast, man. So fun. If I could only just fly one of these things for forever, I would be happy with that. And I don't mean this frame in particular, I mean this size of quad. That's why micros are my favorite, because they're just so fun. Alright, well, Jay, hope you enjoyed the video, and you're going to enjoy it. I used extra long screws. I don't know if you noticed that the screws are sticking out. And that was on purpose because I wanted the canopy to be just solid as a rock on here. So, you know, you could crash it 1,000 times and keep flying. All right. I'll get this boxed up and shipped out to you, Jay, and send you over some tracking on Tuesday. All right. Thanks, man.